YouTube, it's your boy Just Tim Johnson coming back at y'all. I appreciate all the tribe members for tuning in to this dope video. Thank you all first and foremost for everybody that has DM'd me, that has texted me, that has called me and asked me why I've been out of rotation. Let me apologize for that to the entire tribe. There's nothing wrong. I appreciate everybody checking in with me. That shows that the tribe definitely is bought into our overall success. So thank you all for that. Shout out to Keep Pushing Kicks. Shout out to my brother Smitty. Shout out to Flight Academy Kicks. Shout out to Dr. Will Speaks. Shout out to Candyman Kicks. Shout out to Unbreakable Kicks. There's just a few of the individuals that have reached out to me individually asking me when I'm gonna drop another video. And I know I've been slacking. It's not been by design. It's been so by circumstance. Not bad circumstances per se. It's just when the first fiscal year starts and you work for corporate America, you know how they do. They crack the whip, so you got to hit the ground running and make sure you tighten that up first before you can get off into your other ventures. Back to our video though. So in this video, we're going to be talking about our overall strategy and game plan for 2022. As we discussed in our last video for 2021, I was going to bring you all some insight and share my best practices and ask that everybody that watches this video, that views it, that shares it, put your comments down below in the comment. Feedback is a gift. Let us know what your strategy is for 2022, how you going to go about copping your shoes, what game plan you have to take more W's than L's this year. All right, so we all can, we all have a story about how we came this close to grabbing a shoe, or how the Flex app didn't do this, or the Sneakers app didn't do that, and we missed, we were almost there, we almost got it, we just about got it, we got some W's. And, as I talked about in our last video, we tend to remember the L's a lot more than we remember the W's. But what we want to do now is, for the tribe, we want to make sure that we encourage the learning process behind sneaker purchases, okay? So remember when I talked to you all in the last video, I mentioned that we're going to go off of 3 components for our strategy for 2022. The ALL strategy, A.L.L. Account, location, and luck, okay? First letter, accounts, all right? You want to make certain that your accounts are up to date. Whether you have the Flex account, and that's the Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champ Sports, Kids Foot Locker, East Bay, and whatever other entity they have under that Flex umbrella program, okay? You want to make sure that all your information is up to date, meaning your shipping address, your billing address, your credit card, your payment methods. All that is up to date. You want to make sure your passwords are updated, because you use one password across all those entire applications. All those applications together make up the Flex program, all right? So once you got that, then we move over to our next one, which is JD Sports and Finish Line. That's the hottest in the game right now. Here's the why. Flex started out, they had a model of success. They kind of, once they saw that they had a pattern of success and they were running at a good clip, they fell off. They forgot about the consumer. It was about the bottom line at that point. They didn't care how the shoes was purchased, if the shoes was purchased, what the experience was like for the customer, so they fell off. So they were at the top of the tier. Finish Line and JD Sports came along with exclusive access and changed the game with that one. All right. All you had to be was just had a pulse. As long as you had enough points in your Finish Line or JD Sports account, you had a better than 50% chance of copping. All right. Of the releases that I can recall, and correct me down in the comment section below if I'm missing any, the Pine Green 3s, the Holiday 11s, which was the Cool Grade 11s from December, the 4s that just released, the Crimson 4s, and there were 2 other releases that they did that for, all right, that I can't recall right off the top of my dome right now. Of that, I had an opportunity, with the exception of maybe 1, to get all of them, all right? So, again, it's about you spending money with these companies and making sure your account is secure, all right? Now, I know there was a lot of noise, leading up till February the 1st about the Flex program. A lot of content creators had a lot of information out there, and they went right back and they did a great job of correcting that information as they got it. So shout outs to everybody that had that information. Unbreakable Kicks, Jumperman Chris, Flight Academy Kicks, Keep Pushing Kicks. There was a lot of information out there. We appreciate Got 'em Carts. We appreciate everybody in the sneaker community that gives the sneaker community that information. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing, all right? So now, here we are, February the 2nd, 2022. All right, and this is going to transition right to our live that we doing on Sneaker Study Wednesday on Flight's channel. Y'all make sure y'all follow my man Flight Academy Kicks on IG, and y'all go over to his YouTube channel and sub up if you haven't already done so. And I appreciate everybody that's part of the Flight crew that's came over to the tribe to subbed up over here. We going up from here. So back to the point. We have our account secure. Then you got your sneakers account, your Nike account, all right? Now, here's something I'm gonna give you a vital piece of information when under the account aspect of what we're covering. If it's a general release on the sneakers app, always check the Nike app 2 days before that release date. Here's the why, all right? The Court Purples, the Cool Gray 11s, all those were actually released on the Nike app also, all right? So if Nike has a significant amount of inventory, the sneakers app will release it, but they may release it congruently on the Nike app as well, all right? It's kind of like a known unknown, all right, for the sneaker community. Now, there's some sneakerheads that know that, and while we be struggling on the sneakers app, they jump right over on the Nike app, cop a pair, and then they come back over here, and then they got them. So it's the same thing. So it's about having your accounts intact. Then you got your S&S account. You have your In Clothing account. You got Feature. You got Feature, In Clothing, S&S. Then you got all the in-store raffles like Shoe Palace, WSS. You got all these entities, Trophy Room. And there's a, we're going to have, as we go on throughout the year, we're going to start naming them, all right? So now that you got that accounts part, you got to also have the location part, all right? Strategically, where are you located at? How many physical brick and mortar stores are where you geographically located at? What's your travel radius? Are you willing to travel an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to get a shoe? All right, so just like we were just talking about while I paused the YouTube video, you see where I have my list, and you see the date where it says down here, January the 20th, 2022. That's when I developed the list. So y'all see I have the playoff 12s. It's my #1 choice for this year. The Fire Red 3s and the Holiday 11s. Even before the announcement over the last 24 hours that the Holiday 11s was going to be the Cherry Low extended to a mid. Okay, YouTube, so we just talked about account. We just talked about location. Now we're talking about luck, all right? What we mean by luck is essentially is how you strategize and how you set yourself up to be successful going forward for 2022 for these sneaker releases. You got the Union 2s coming out. You got all those Air Jordan 1s that are coming out. You got the playoff 12s that are like 2 weeks away, literally like 16 days from today. You got the Fire Red 3s, essentially with the Nike Air on the back, the Cardinal 3s. You got the UNC 6s. So you got to be ready, all right? Let me tell you this. Don't be afraid if it's a reputable person to do a pre-order with them, all right? If it's within your budget and within your strategy, go ahead and do a pre-order, all right? You got Candyman Kicks. He does pre-orders. He got the UNC 6s in hand right now today. Go follow my man Candyman Kicks on IG. He has the UNC 6s. He's doing mystery boxes at $275 a pop. Make sure y'all get at my man, all right? He's reputable. You got G-Main out of Chicago. You got Flight Academy Kicks out of Florida, all right? Wait till y'all see Sneaker Study Wednesday night, man. We got, boy, it's a lot of news coming out of Florida this week. A lot of news in the sports world and in the sneaker world. We finna get into that tonight, though. Sneaker Study Wednesday, Flight Academy Kicks. Make sure y'all tune in. Back to my topic. So, getting back to luck, people. When we look at that, all right, who do you know? How do you network? That's part of that luck aspect of it. That L, accounts, location, and luck. How can you network, all right? That's not just happenstance. You don't just wake up one morning and just meet somebody. Well, you do, but Shoeby Bryan can reach out to me if he's looking for a shoe that I ain't getting. So I automatically know. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, it's the Cardinal 3. Shoeby wear the same size I wear, 12. Shoeby says, hey, you know what? Tim Johnson, I'm trying to grab that shoe. Okay, I'm not. So now, all the raffles I'm doing locally, all the apps I'm doing, all my accounts I'm going in, I'm going to secure that shoe for Shoeby Bryan. Shoeby don't want it, it might be Chaotic. Chaotic don't get it, and Chaotic generally can get any shoe that he wants. If Haywood B, and he in the South, if he wants it, I'm going after it for him. If my man Smitty wants it, I'm going after it. If my brother Smitty wants it, I'm going after it for him. You feel what I'm saying? So, you have a network of people. Utilize that, all right? That's how you increase your luck. It's all about the tribe supporting each other, all right? In addition to that, you also want to make certain that you stay apprised to all these sneaker feeds, like J23, like Sneaker Files, like Z Sneakerhead. Like he broke the internet yesterday with the Holiday 11. We're going to talk about that tonight too on Flight Academy Kick Sneaker Study Wednesday. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to upload this video before we get Sneaker Study Wednesday off the ground, but if I don't, let me apologize for that. So you might be running behind the 8 ball, but make sure y'all go and do the replay and rewatch of it, okay? So we got accounts, location, and luck, all right? Once you have all those, now does that guarantee your success? No, but that increases your chances for success, all right? As these releases get closer and closer, start dropping down in the comments what shoe you looking for so I can start dropping it on my IG feed and on my videos. What platform is the best suited for us to secure a release? SNS is popping, right? The thing about it is that so many people know about SMS, plus they global, they have a bigger market. And clothing is global. Feature is pretty much global. But that's not it. That's not the end all be all. It's about us putting in the legwork, about us networking, and about us staying woke when it comes to securing these pairs. So y'all just saw my list of what my top 10 are and plus what additional 5s I'm trying to secure for this year, okay? Now, also, let me say this about your top 10 list. However you strategize about it, right? You can write out a top 10. You got to think about it like this. Anything you do as far as a goal, you either visualize it or you write it down. Thought was the cause of it all right? When you write down a goal, all that is composing thoughts to paper, okay? That's what that is, but the thought is the cause of it all. When you manifest a thought, you visualize it, you see it. See, once you write something down, you see it. As any successful business owner, any successful entrepreneur, any successful athlete, they wrote it down early on. I'm going to do this by X amount of time. Now, just because you have a 1-year plan for 2022 and you don't achieve all them goals, that don't mean you wasn't successful for 2022. That just means sometimes we have to adjust our goals. All right, we have to adjust how we approach it. That's all it means. Don't let that deter you because you didn't hit all 10 of your shoes. It might be by design you didn't hit them. It might be by circumstance you didn't hit them. So be it, all right? We're going to learn from where we had the opportunities to get better, and we're going to celebrate our successes. That's what we're going to do for 2022, all right? Getting back to that, when you write it down, you now visualize it. And in that aspect of writing it down, let me say this to people. If you have a grail that you missed for 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, keep that on the list, all right? Don't, if your grail was to secure the Concords in 2018 and here's 2022 and you still haven't got them, don't be like, okay, I ain't never going to get them. You need to add that to your top 10 list for 2022. All right, because you got other platforms. You got the Trade Block. You got SneakerCon. You got these sneaker shows where you can do trades. Once you network and you have solidified a rapport with certain individuals in the sneaker community, you can do trades with them. I do trades with Unbreakable Kicks. I do trades with Chaotic. I do a trade with Goat Weezy. I do a trade with Haywood B. I do a trade with any of the tribe members that I trust and I know personally to make sure that I secure my shoe and they secure their shoe. Hey, each one reach one. I say that all the time, every time we close out one of these videos. So don't get discouraged because you didn't get that shoe in 2017. Put it on the list for 2022. We're going to help you get it. We shall walk this mile together, people. We keep saying that. It ain't just a slogan. It's a way of life, all right? We shall walk this mile together. Now, back to what I was saying. When you got that network, you got your accounts, you have your locations, you have luck. All right, luck is part of your strategy. Once you start writing this stuff down, now you visualize it. Now it becomes a reality for you, okay? Now there may be some things, something may come up, life happens, where you're not able to secure that shoe. How close did you come to achieving it though, all right? Because that is what we're going to take into the next release. Here's the thing, right? We saw on the last video, it was 91 plus Jordan releases. Not just sneakers, not New Balance, not Yeezys, not Adidas, not Puma. Just 91 Jordan variations of release for 2021. And then when I went and counted, I had grabbed and touched at least 34 of them. That's 1/3. Now, to me, them shoes flew in and out of here so quick, it didn't even seem like it to me. I swear to you, I did not look like I had touched no 34 shoes until I started checking them accounts. And I was like, damn, okay, I touched 34 shoes because my bank account is suffering from, and I'm joking about that, but I'm saying that my bank account reflects that I spent that type of money. Now, a lot of that money, most of that money I made back. Like, let me stop running. We eat over here. Just keep it for real with you. So back to the point though. Make sure you have your strategy. Make sure your strategy is sound. All right, people? So in closing, accounts. Make sure your information is correct. Your passwords are updated. Your payment methods. Your ship to address. Your secondary ship to address. Your email. Make sure all that is intact. All that is tied in together. If you've changed your email password, go back and make certain that you can access that email again, either from a computer, from a phone, from an iPad, or wherever. Make sure you have access to that because I would hate for it to get to like the JD Sports exclusive access and you change your email and you don't have access to that email. I feel bad for you just thinking about that. As an individual tribe member, as a collective tribe member, make sure your accounts are intact. In closing, make sure you have a strategic layout of the locations. Are you willing to travel? How far are you willing to travel? If you're in the Midwest, are you willing to go possibly to the East Coast to get a shoe? Are you willing to go to the West Coast to get a shoe? Who you know out there on the West Coast? Who you know in the Southwest? Who you know in the Southeast? Who you know in the South? Who you know up top? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what location can you strategically get to where it's not counterproductive for you to get that shoe? And then the luck aspect of it, all right? That last L, network, network, network. Follow people on social media. Follow Candyman Kicks. Follow Flight Academy Kicks. Follow Brittany.Nashay. Follow Chaotic Kicks. Follow Keep Pushing Kicks. Follow these individuals because follow Z Sneakerheads. Follow Sneaker Files. Follow Jumperman Chris. Follow Unbreakable Kicks. Follow these individuals because they take the time. They do the necessary legwork to get you that information, all right? That increases your luck. You cannot win if you don't play. Get in drive, all right? Don't stay in neutral this year, all right? So think about that. Share this video with somebody. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Each one reach one. We shall walk this mile together. I appreciate you taking time out of your hour, out of your schedule, out of your day, on your break, on your lunch, on your drive home to listen to this content, to view this content, to give feedback. Feedback is a gift. We shall walk this mile together. I appreciate each and every one of you all for taking time out to listen to Just Tim Johnson. Tribe members, we going up from here. Thank you all for sticking with me. More to come. Let's get it. 2022.